name is Takey Josh, and you're watching the live stream comparison between the Virgin Mobile LG X Charge, which is on the left, versus the Samsung Galaxy J3 Luna Pro, which is on the right. The, if I did not already say, the Samsung Galaxy J3 is on Total Wireless, and like I'm pretty sure I just said, the LG X Charge is on Virgin Mobile. So with that said, before we actually get right into it, let's go ahead and take a look around both of them. So as you can see, they obviously have different size screens, and I'm sorry for this lighting if it's not the best. I do realize that. To start out with, the LG X Charge has a 5.5-inch display, whereas the Luna Pro only has a 5-inch display. Both front-facing cameras are in the same location on both of them. Let's take a look at the LG X Charge first. At the top, we have our front-facing camera, your chrome accented earpiece, and a front-facing flash. That 5.5-inch display, LG logo, on-screen buttons, back, home, and recent apps. The phone is turned off. These phones are turned off right now. On the left side, we get your volume rocker up and down, which has a pretty nice responsive feel. And then down here, we get your tray, which doubles as the SIM card tray and the SD card tray, since this back cover cannot be removed. And I will explain why here in a second. Sorry, it's a little blurry. Focus. Oh, the camera's not wanting to focus for whatever reason right now, so pardon that. On the bottom here, we get your standard size headphone jack of the 3.5mm type, a microphone, and right in the center is a micro USB charging port. Sadly, no USB Type-C with this LG X Charge. I wish to have seen USB Type-C on this device. That would have been neat. Is it going to focus? On the right side, we get your power button, and that's pretty much it. On the top, we get another microphone, probably for noise cancellation. Last but not least, on the back of the LG X Charge, we get your 13 megapixel camera with an LED flash right to the left of it, the LG logo, and sadly the bottom rear firing speaker. No front-facing speaker, side-facing speaker, or bottom firing speaker with the LG X Charge. So it's only how you say, on the back. Well, it's back mounted basically, but you probably can't tell it on camera, but it has a little groove to it, so if you lay it down flat on the table, it shouldn't completely muffle it. There's the X Charge out of the way. Let's take a look at the Samsung Galaxy Luna Pro here. At the top, we get your camera, your chrome earpiece, Samsung logo, that 5-inch display. We get some buttons down here, which are off screen, of course. Recent apps, home and back, the famous Samsung combination, where the home button is a clickable physical one, and the recent apps and the back button do not light up, and they are capacitive. At the top, we get a noise cancellation microphone. Left side, we get your volume rocker up and down, and a place to pop off the back cover, and nothing else. At the bottom, we get yet another microphone, and then micro USB charging port and a headphone jack to the right on this device compared to on the left on the LG X Charge. On the right side, we get your power button, which is pretty well raised, and we get your side firing speaker with the J3 Luna Pro, which I really like. I have so many phones with a rear facing speaker, it's crazy. Then on the back, we get your camera, and to the right of that, we get your LED flash and Samsung logo. And this is famous for the Galaxy J3 line of phones. We get your metal strip up here, which complements it very well. So now that all the features on the outside is covered, let's go ahead and finally turn these things on. In 3, 2, 1. So, which one will boot up first is the question. I actually don't plan to make these live stream comparisons too awful long, or at least that's what I hope. I don't make them too awful long. So the LG X Charge just sprung ahead of the Luna Pro, and we're already up and running on the X Charge, and now the Luna Pro is all ready to go. As usual, if you watched me before, I do set up my apps like so. So I did not forget, which I actually almost did. I almost did forget to set up my apps before I started live streaming. And if you heard that noise earlier in the video, that was just my cat coming in the door. I don't care. Here we go. It's the X Charge is doing the self-activation thing, which I don't want. Okay. Unfortunately, I can't really change the how you say, can't change like the resolution. Can I zoom in? Oh yeah, I can. Look at that. Okay, that should be far enough. Sorry if you guys can't see that well. I guess I could go ahead and turn the brightness down a little bit. Maybe that'll help the help see the screens better. I am at 50% brightness on the X Charge, if you can see that, and as you can see how low it is on the Luna Pro. I have to literally flick it all the way down. Can you still see it? There we go. Could go a little bit dimmer on the X Charge. Won't hurt. There we go. Sorry, my cat was just right next to me. I had to get him out of the way. He's over here on the floor, if you guys were wondering. It's kind of bothering me. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started with this comparison. Snapchat, LG X Charge. And actually, I forgot to mention, let me go ahead and talk about the processors that these things are packing. On the left is the X Charge with its 1.5 gigahertz octa-core MediaTek processor, which is very nice. It's my first ever phone with an octa-core processor, and I've been enjoying it very much. And on the left, the Samsung Galaxy J3 Luna Pro has a 1.4 gigahertz quad-core Snapdragon 425 processor, so that's very nice as well. But we all should know that octa-core processors are gonna probably dominate any other processor on prepaid phones. But we're doing these comparisons just so we actually see how powerful the X Charge is compared to the Qualcomm Snapdragon phones. All right, next app. Now again, I have a hacked version on of Spotify on the X Charge and the regular Play Store Spotify on the Luna Pro. So let's go ahead and do that. And apparently I'm not logged in on the Luna Pro, but there you go, the X Charge 1. God, I hate this resolution. I hate not filming in HD. This is 720, or at least it should be. But but that's all I can get out of these streams right now. Piece of dirt. Next is Messenger. The X Charge 1 logged out on the Luna Pro. We're not going to wait for that. Pandora, Play Store version Pandora, and sorry for the sorry if you can see the blinds in the background of the X Charge. I can't help that. I'm gonna have to give it to the Luna Pro because it didn't pop up with an ad. Next is Facebook, and if you couldn't already tell, there's not as many apps on here. I'm not going to be comparing that many apps because, well, these apps I see right now are the ones I use basically every day. And we're not going to do any browser tests or anything because Well, we're just not. I don't have any real reason for that, but we're just not. It'll just take a little bit too much time. And I said in the beginning that I'm trying to make these live stream videos, I should say, as short as possible. I'm not trying to ramble on and on and on, but I tend to do so anyway, so there's that. Next is Dunk Shot, which I really enjoy playing. You guys should go download it. It's on the Play Store and it's very addictive. So there we go. I'm pretty sure the sound is playing from the Luna Pro, but you guys get the idea. You guys get the idea. But it's overall a really addictive game, and the X Charge won, by the way. Next is Gallery. The Luna Pro 1, I think. I'm pretty sure. Settings. X Charge. You can see how different the UI is on both of these. The X Charge has this tab layout, but you can switch to a list view like so. I kind of like this layout. It looks a little nicer. I'll tabbed an individual to the specific settings. And the J3 has this Grace UI, which, as you can see here, which also looks nice, but I prefer the look of the X Charge. YouTube. Uh, the the Luna Pro looked like it was a split second ahead, and what do you know? There's my video that live stream that I'm currently doing. Let's go over here. I would like to thank every single one of you guys, like for the tremendous support, because well, just yesterday my channel has reached 3,000 plus subscribers. Right now we are at 3,009, and honestly, I cannot thank you guys enough. This has been such an awesome thing. I'm trying to think of something else to say, but I'm terrible at saying something like this. But anyway, just know that I appreciate your guys' love and support, and um, I really miss making actual videos and not live streams because, well, I just love making actual videos instead of live streams. I still don't know what to say, and man, my speech is so bad. My brain is so bad I can't even think of what to say. And this is going to be published to YouTube, and I'm just saying crap that I don't normally say. And just. Anyway, just know, point blank, and both of them went dark. Great. It's not what I want. I didn't tweak the timeout settings, but anyway, just know I appreciate all the love and support that you guys give me. It means so much that you guys don't even know. With that said, that has been YouTube. Next is Play Store. Okay, I did tap it. The Luna Pro actually looked like it won. Next is the camera. And it looks like the X Charge won. Let me flip to or X Charge got that one. I don't mean to take a picture. Flip to the damn rear camera. Jeez. Okay, there you go. And now let's flip to the front facing camera. Come on, X Charge. Obviously, as of right now, it looks like the X Charge has better lighting. Even though this lighting that I'm in is so terrible, it's not even funny. There's this one other person that does live streams, and he's just so just he does it so much better, and he has much better quality than me. You should know who you are. Go subscribe to CV Tech. That's capital CV space capital T lowercase ECH specifically. But he just does so much better live streams. I'm just amazed at the quality of his live streams. And here I am over here at my state and country. I mean my state, California, and I have pretty sucky and crappy video quality, and just not that good of phones to live stream with. And as you can see, the quality you can definitely see is very bad. As I scroll back and forth, it's just nowhere near high definition, which I'm pretty pissed off about, but it is what it is. So now we're going to go down here to the phone. The Luna Pro popped up first. Here's the phone dialer of both of them. Slightly different, slightly the same. Next is messages, or messaging. X Charge 1. And now that the app opening tests are done, let's go ahead and see how RAM management is on both of these. The X Charge comes equipped with 2 gigabytes of RAM, and the Luna, sadly I forget, but I'm gonna guess it's either 1.5 gigabytes of RAM or 2 gigabytes of RAM. My bad on that part. I didn't do any research before I started this video. The only research that I did was actually on my own video, the review of the Luna Pro, because I forgot the processor speed and what kind of processor it has. I really need to be more prepared with these live streams, and I'm sorry if I continue to be bad in future broadcasts. Just please don't judge me. Please don't blame me on how bad I am. I'm still not used to live streaming, so I try and make it look as good as possible. If you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to make it look like an actual video, trying to like fit it all in frame and make it look nice for the camera. Anyway, let's go ahead and test these apps. X Charge. X Charge. If I probably wouldn't have said any of that stuff that I said earlier, this video would probably already be over, but anyway. X Charge. So far, the X Charge is proving to be the king right now. X Charge. It looks like the Luna Pro has a slight memory leak, or a slight RAM leak, because it's not holding things open. X Charge. The Luna Pro seeming to have to reload most of these apps. Yeah, it has to reload this game, whereas the... So as you can see, it has to reload, whereas it's already playable and ready to go on the X Charge. Just skip gallery. It's kind of pointless as a system app it's just a system app. Settings, X Charge. YouTube. There we are right there. It defaulted to my channel on the X Charge, which is where we left off at. And as you can see, the Luna Pro is at the main YouTube screen. Almost forgot. Camera. X Charge. Well, phone and contacts. There we go. Exactly the same there. Messages. Exactly the same. I'm having to look off camera. And that's pretty much it for the RAM management. So they both have a clear all button, as you can see. Here's the clear all button on the X Charge, and here it is on the Luna Pro. Tap that, it's pretty self-explanatory, and all the apps are cleared out. It's just that easy. Shout out to Murphy123 for showing up in my Instagram, or having an Instagram notification. I don't know what I'm saying. I would so like to apologize for this live stream. It was all messed up. I said stuff that I really wasn't planning on saying, and it's just all over the place. I've tried to make it look like a video as much as possible, but I really failed in doing so. But I'm pretty sure I got most of the aspects, quote unquote aspects down of these phones. And I guess you could say that's pretty much it for this live stream. And we're going on 20 minutes. right now, which is very bad. I wasn't expecting to make it this long, which I do apologize. And hopefully, future videos are definitely not going to be this long, especially live streams. Live streams is what I meant. But hopefully, live streams don't continue to be this long. If they do, I don't know. I'm just gonna have to think of fewer words to say. This is probably the worst live stream I've ever done so far. Before I get any more upset, which I actually already am upset, I'm gonna conclude it here. Thanks guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next live stream.